yeah, I think, again, I think he should have done what I did years ago. So he should have just filmed what he was doing, and I would be working for him on his YouTube channel.
Matt Armstrong started with nothing, just late-night shifts, and a dream that seemed impossible. Every car he rebuilt, every video he made, was a step toward a future he barely dared to imagine.
But my brain, now I know a lot more about my dad. It's like the same as me. It's like you don't switch off. Even we struggle to sleep because we can't switch off what we're doing. We have to have something to do.
Behind the success and the flashy supercars lies heartbreak, sacrifice, and risk. His journey shows that no matter where you start, with courage and determination, you can build your own empire too. Join us as we explore the inspiring yet heartbreaking journey of his rise to success. The athlete who refused to quit. In 2016, Matt Armstrong's world revolved around BMX. Every jump, every fall, every bruise told the story of a young man chasing his dream with everything he had. Born and raised in Leicester, Matt wasn't just riding for fun. He was a professional BMX rider, traveling across the UK and Europe, performing at competitions that most people only ever watched online. To outsiders, it looked like the dream life: adventure, fame, and freedom. But behind the medals and bright smiles, there was a truth that few saw. BMX didn't pay enough to live on. Sponsors covered his travel expenses, but not his rent or meals. Every time the applause faded, reality returned. Matt had to work to survive. When the competitions ended, he went straight back to his evening job at an Indian restaurant called Spice 45. He worked there 7 days a week, often from 6 in the evening until late at night. He served tables, managed deliveries, and cleaned up when the restaurant closed. Then, exhausted, he'd go home and still find time to edit BMX videos to submit for the next event. Sleep was a luxury he rarely knew. Each day began with training, long hours on his bike, and then the same cycle of work and editing. He lived with the constant pressure of being an athlete who could barely afford his own lifestyle. While others rested, Matt was pushing himself to stay in the game. But even in the grind, something deeper was happening. His time spent filming his own rides and cutting videos taught him more than he realized. He was learning to tell stories, to create emotion through a camera, to build an audience. Life wasn't easy, but every night spent working and every hour editing or repairing something built a foundation he couldn't see yet. Hidden within that fatigue and endless work, a new passion was quietly taking shape, one that would soon change his life forever. The unexpected passion, born in a parking lot. After long days of training and nights spent at Spice 45, Matt Armstrong often found himself standing under the dim lights of the restaurant car park. Hands greasy, tools scattered on the ground. It was here, among the scent of curry and motor oil, that a quiet passion began to take root. Fixing cars wasn't planned. It started as a distraction from exhaustion, a small break from the noise of endless work. A friend's car needed a quick fix, a dented door, a faulty wire, and Matt stepped in just to help. But the moment he tightened a bolt and watched the engine come back to life, something inside him clicked. The satisfaction of fixing something broken mirrored his own life at that time. Tired, struggling, yet still running. At first, these sessions were small. A bit of tinkering after closing, replacing headlights or polishing bodywork. But before long, his curiosity turned into obsession. Every day, he looked forward to being in that car park more than anything else. He began watching tutorials, reading about engines and experimenting with parts. His hands were bruised, his nails dark from grease, but he didn't care. There was a strange peace in it, a rhythm of problem and solution that gave him control over something when the rest of his life felt uncertain. Meanwhile, his editing skills from BMX videos were sharpening. He had learned how to frame a story, how to make a simple moment exciting, and how to keep people watching. While others scrolled through social media, Matt studied it. He began to notice how certain videos grabbed attention, how others fell flat. He didn't know it yet, but he was training his storytelling instincts, an ability that would later make him stand out in a crowded digital world. As weeks turned into months, his love for cars deepened. His free time disappeared into late nights spent fixing engines or figuring out what made them tick. When a local garage offered him a small job, he took it immediately. What started as basic mechanical work quickly grew into something more. Seeing his skill with a camera, the garage let him handle their social media pages. He filmed, edited, and posted short clips of repairs and transformations. For the first time, his two worlds, cars and storytelling, were blending together. He didn't realize it yet, but every oil change, every filmed clip, and every edited video was preparing him for the journey that would change his entire future. But as Matt's love for cars grew stronger, fate was quietly setting the stage for something that would test not only his new skills, but also his resilience in a way he never expected. From broken dreams to a built empire. Today, Matt's workshop stands as more than just a garage. It is a symbol of persistence, creativity, and bold choices. What began with late-night shifts at Spice 45 has turned into something unimaginable. Now, he leads a team, manages a brand, and runs a YouTube channel followed by millions. Every car that rolls into his workshop carries a story. Lamborghinis, Aston Martins, Porsches, and even the most extreme rebuilds have passed through his hands. One of his most famous projects was the first crash-damaged Lamborghini Revuelto. Another unforgettable challenge was rebuilding a Porsche 911 GT3 RS in just 24 hours. These projects earned him respect, followers, and a reputation for tackling the impossible. Hannah is now by his side, and his father is an essential part of the team. Together, they have converted the dream house he once only imagined into reality. Every corner of that house reflects the journey, the struggles, and the small victories along the way. But there is a hidden twist in Matt's story. The real question is not about the money he made or the high-end cars he restored. It is about the choices he made. Did taking risks, stepping into the unknown, and leaving comfort behind shape the person he became? Matt left stability for uncertainty. He gave up predictable hours for chaos, late-night shifts for 3 a.m. editing sessions. Every project, every video, every rebuild carried the weight of risk. But it also carried the possibility of reward, growth, and impact. The empire he built is not just about cars. It is about identity. He refused to define himself simply as an athlete, an employee, or even a mechanic. Instead, he became a creator, a fixer, and a storyteller. Each car he rebuilds tells a story, and every video captures the journey in a way that connects millions of people to his work. The empire exists because Matt chose to trust his instincts, even when the safer path was right in front of him. It was never about playing it safe. It was about pushing limits, embracing failures, and turning broken dreams into something extraordinary. Matt Armstrong's future looks full of possibilities and challenges. He is constantly pushing the boundaries of what his workshop can achieve, taking on more ambitious car rebuilds and exploring new creative projects for his channel. With his team growing stronger and his audience expanding, he has the chance to turn his brand into a global name. But the real test will be whether he can keep balancing risk, innovation, and the dream that started it all. What do you think about Matt's journey from risk to empire? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take.